99 Jams, Miami's number one for hip hop and R&B. It's your girl, Supa Cindy. And yes, yes, yes. On the line, we got my girl, Coco Jones. Hey, Coco.
Hey, Supa Cindy, what's up?
How are you? You know what's so crazy? You're just like sitting there and you look like you're going to a premiere just with the natural beauty. You're
Thank
so
you. Thank
beautiful.
you so much. So are you. So
Oh,
are you.
thank you. So let's get the goings going on. You have been in the entertainment industry since you were a kid.
Mhm.
So for those that might not remember you because you're grown up now, what were some of the things where we can Google and see you when you were a kid and be like, oh my God, that is her?
Oh Lord. There's so many. You can watch me on Good Luck Charlie, So Random. That's where I did one of my first performances on TV. Next big thing, and probably the one that most people know me from, is Let It Shine, the original movie that I had done with Tyler James Williams, who was also from Everybody Hates Chris, and he just won a Golden Globe.
I know that's right. You next, let's go. But how was it being like a Disney kid? Because I know like when you're a kid, that's like the upper level of the goal of most parents want their kids to be a Disney kid. How was that being a beautiful Black Disney kid?
I mean, it was my dream come true, you know. I think at that time it felt like magic to me. Everyone
Mhm.
around me supporting this young Black girl, and I got to play these roles and dress up, and it was just so fun to me. And I think even with like the rejection part of it, when I wouldn't get roles and everything, I still just had to keep trying because those highs were so worth the lows, you know, and worth the
Mhm.
no's, you know what I'm saying? It was my dream come true.
That is so dope. Now, you grew up in Tennessee, and your parents, your mom was a singer, and your dad was an NFL player.
Mhm.
I know for both of those crafts that they decided to do, they had to have a type of discipline because it takes practice, dedication to be both of those things. Did that help you in what your career has become now?
Absolutely. My mom sang, and she also comes from a family of entrepreneurs. We've had like a family funeral home business for literally generations. So I think
Mm.
they both, in their own different respective paths, have learned how to have tenacity and push past the hard points and the low points. As a business owner, as an athlete, these are hard career choices, and they're unconventional. And so, of course, we were taught like, if this is what you want, you better go and get it. You're gonna have support, but you're gonna have to work. You're gonna have to continue to work, even when you feel like you've already earned it and you're just as deserving. You're gonna have to still do more than that, you know?
I know that's right. So let's talk about your single, I See You. Is I See You that I see you, or is it resuscitation? You're in dire deathbed, I see you?
It's
Because in
both.
love, it'd be both, right?
And in love, it is both. And so that's why in this song, it is both. The song is really talking about like, when I walk away from this person, I see all these great traits, and then I miss them so much that my heart starts beating. It stops beating. I need help. I need resuscitation. But then when you get closer to that person, you realize why y'all can't be together, because it's just not
Mhm.
fit. And that was really what was happening in my life when I told this story.
You know what's so crazy is that my next question was, whenever I'm driving and I hear I see you on the radio, or I hear your song, or I hear the emotion and the soul that you're singing. You're not just singing, you're like singing from here, like your
Mhm,
heart.
mhm,
So this
mhm.
was like a personal maybe story about something that happened to you.
Absolutely. I definitely made the vulnerable choice with this song because I feel like the music demanded that of me. Like the song in
Mm.
itself, before I even wrote to it, was already so beautiful that I knew I had to open my heart and bare my soul a little bit to match the energy of this track. And yeah, I did tell from personal experience. I think those songs make the best songs.
I know it sounds absolutely beautiful. Let's talk about that ICU challenge. What is the ICU challenge? What does it consist of?
It's just an open verse challenge, and really a lot of people, when I didn't have the things that I have now, I had social media. And so I want to give the opportunities and the platform to other people because that's what I needed at my time before I had these opportunities. And that those moments helped me, you know? So it's an open verse challenge. And really, I just want my supporters and my fan base to like be creative and show off and have fun.
So they just have to sing whatever verse they want or something on the beat, or like, what do you have to do for the challenge?
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever you are inspired to do. If you're inspired to rap over the instrumental or write your own lyrics or sing my verse, you know, like it's whatever you want to do. Because a lot of people remember when I was doing these challenges and like making my own creative spin on them, and I would have executives and everyone and people see those on social media and then reach out to me. So I really just want to create a platform for someone else, another talented person who needs a light to shine.
I saw a girl comment on your TikTok. She's like, I can't sing like you, Coco. So we don't have to sing like you, but just be creative and do the best we can.
Absolutely. You have to sing like you.
You have been described as a baby J Hud. And it wasn't until I saw that statement, I'm like, OMG, you are J Hud's cousin, daughter, niece, or something, girl. You guys are so beautiful. You both look alike.
It's so crazy. I actually interviewed her for a red carpet when I was 16. I was doing interviews for E! News. And I remember I was interviewing her and she was like, you know, people stop me on the street and they're like, are you Coco Jones? I said, I can't. Huh?
Come again.
I literally was lost for words. And she was talking about, we were laughing about how we get recognized for being the other person. It's hilarious. I love her though. She's so talented.
Well, that's not a bad person to look like, Coco. So for real. Let's talk about Bel Air. Anything you can tell us? Is the second season been announced yet? Are you filming? I know we got to keep things hush hush, but tell us something.
We're filming right now, and I definitely see the second season. I can see second season coming out this summer. I will say a little tea is that Hillary has someone from her past pop up in her life, and it forces her to make some really tough choices. That's all I'm gonna say.
For those that are under a rock and you haven't seen Bel Air, Coco plays Hillary Bank. Is there anything about Hillary Bank that you have in common, that's in common with Coco?
Absolutely. Hillary is very, very headstrong. Like she has a way that she imagines her life to pan out. And if people tell her no, she's just going to find another way to make that happen for her career. She's a businesswoman, she's a boss, and she's opinionated without being difficult. I feel like that's who I am.
You know what's so crazy? When I watch Bel Air, I feel like I'm watching Sex in the City in the sense that I want to see what the girls are wearing.
Yes.
You have the best outfits playing Hillary Bank, and your body is just, the clothes be painted on you looking so fabulous. You're so lucky with the wardrobe.
It's such a blessing. And even honestly, what my favorite thing is that other Black women get to see a Black woman dressed this way, you know, like I remember when I was coming up, when I would see like Raven Simone or the Cheetah Girls or women that look like me, it would just open my mind to more possibilities. So I'm just excited for the next young Black girl who's like, oh, this is a possibility. I'm going to do that. Because yes, you can, girl.
Yes, I know that's right. So happy belated birthday. You just celebrated a birthday January 4th.
Thank you.
You are welcome. So that makes you a Capricorn. So I did a little research about Capricorns because I'm not too familiar with Capricorns. And some of the things they said about Capricorns, and I'll say it and you agree or disagree. So it says Capricorns are sensitive. Are you sensitive?
I think I can be, definitely. I've had moments where I'm like still thinking about something that someone said to me that rubbed me the wrong way. And I'm like, it is 2 days later. The hell?
Forget, memory, forget.
Literally.
What about overachievers? Capricorns are overachievers.
That one is a rough yes. I've always been that way. Like as a kid, I remember we'd be in church and my mom, like at the end, she would ask us like, oh, what did you learn? And I just wanted to be it literally, I don't even know how I would remember things, but just so that I could say more than my siblings, I'd be like this and this and this. And then on the third paragraph, he talked about that. I just always have been an overachiever. Like in everything that I'm passionate about, I'm very competitive and I want to do the most.
All right, so far you are a true Capricorn. Capricorns are also described as very organized. Are you very organized?
I do feel like I am very, very organized. Like it does something to my spirit when I see like my pantry and organized in my clothes. I need it. It helps me. I don't know. Yes, I am.
Wow. And last but not least, they say Capricorns in a relationship are a steady, drama-free person with an ambitious streak, and that rather than grand romantic gestures, you'd rather prefer to show affection in thoughtful gestures. Does that
Oh
sound
wow.
like you?
I will say yes, that was pretty spot on. A drama free was a little LOL because I'm like, oh, sometimes the crazy does pop out.
Well,
Sometimes it doesn't.
sometimes, most of the
I know.
time.
Sometimes I gotta stir the pot. No, but
Sometimes you gotta show a little craziness of it all.
you know, you don't want to be bored. Come on, let me
I
show a little
know,
crazy.
right?
No, but I actually do agree with a lot of that. I don't like showy things at all. Like I like more personal to me because then I'm like, why'd you do this big show? Who are you trying to impress? Why are you performing? I don't like that. I like things that are more thoughtful, like, oh wow, you wouldn't have been able to do this if you didn't listen and remember something that I said that was important to me. Like that's more because also I'm in the industry. So anything too showy reminds me of work. And I'm like, don't do that.
So needless to say, we shouldn't look forward to you walking into a room surprised by 8 billion candles, 50 bouquets of roses, and 1 million balloons.
I mean it might happen, but I wouldn't want there to be no cameras there. Like if that's what that person's gonna do, like I would want to film it myself if I want to share it with the world, but I wouldn't want it to already be being shared with the world without my approval. Because then I'm like, now did you just do this for the world?
Why? So we talked about your filming Bel Air, so that's up and coming. We're excited about that. Your single ICU is out now, so make sure all of you stream it. What else do you want to let us know that we may not know about it? The ICU challenge, we can't forget that. I'm gonna go get my vocals ready to attempt to do something creative.
Oh my
What
goodness.
else should we look out for?
Yes, well, definitely look out for me on tour. I think that is the next big goal of mine is to be traveling from city to city, meeting my supporters in person and just having a good time singing these songs that we all love, me and my supporters. So look for me on tour this summer.
Anyone, the last question, who's on your bucket list? I know everyone always asks this, who do you want to work with? But like for real, dead or alive, who would you love to have a duet with?
Well, no one has actually said dead or alive, actually. So
I mixed it up.
you did switch it up. I would want to work with Whitney Houston. I think she to me
yes,
that I strive for, like music that stands the test of time, that's meaningful, that you can feel like in your body, you know? I would love to work with her.
Yes, so Coco, let everybody know where they can follow your movement, support the music, support Bel Air and all that good stuff.
Yes, for sure. My Instagram is Coco Jones. My Twitter is The Real Coco J. Y'all keep up with me and see me soon in your city.
I know when you come to the 305, Ron better bring you in this studio at 99 JAMZ. We're not playing.
Period. No problem. I'll be there.
Your girl Supa Cindy been hanging out with Coco Jones. Follow her movement, support everything because I said so. 99 JAMZ.